Welcome. You're listening to the I'm Wired to Inspire podcast, creatively engineered by Nicole, the inspiration specialist. I'm Wired to Inspire is a powerfully packed podcast filled with inspiration and encouragement to get you through your day. It's designed to inspire you to live your authentic purpose. Now, stay tuned for your host, Nicole, the inspiration specialist, on today's episode of I'm Wired to Inspire.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today on my podcast. It is wonderful. We've had a full week, guys, and I just pray that you all are doing well and that you have a great upcoming weekend. I wanted to close out this week with a word that stuck out to me, and I said, man, this word has multiple meanings, but I felt the Lord leading me to talk about it, and I know it's gonna be for somebody. So the word I got was notice. Now, y'all, you know, we can look at notice a few ways. So first, you can notice something, like see something, it comes into view, right? You can also be put on notice. So, you know, usually when somebody puts something on notice, they're like, hey, if you don't handle up, it's gonna come to an end. And sometimes, you know, when you think about being noticed, it's like somebody sees you or they see what you've done, and you're pretty much the spotlight is on you. I wanted you to just take a minute, and I want you to think about noticing what's going on in your life right now. You know how we have the hustle and bustle of just things just moving so fast and so quickly, and y'all know this. We have all been a victim to this at some point in time of our lives, or we are familiar with it. Not necessarily a victim to it, and for some cases, yes. But just in general, life just moves so quickly, and we don't notice what's going on. So today I just want to talk about how, you know, that statement, give them their flowers while they breathe, while they're living. Give them their flowers while they can still smell them. If you've heard that before, that's what this message is about. I just feel like beyond holidays and birthdays and special occasions, sometimes we just have to notice who's in our lives and who actually cares about us. Sometimes we have to notice that person that's consistently been doing the same thing in a thankless job, and we just don't even acknowledge them. Sometimes we just have to notice, hey, you know what? I need to stop what I'm doing, and I need to do something nice for this person who always is there for me. They always pick up my kids. They always checking on me to see if I'm okay. They always praying for me. You know, they always looking out for me, and I don't never have no time for them. You know, like they always, you know, trying to make sure I'm okay. And I just never go the extra mile for them ever. Y'all, notice. That's what we want to do as we ride out today. Notice. Because let me tell you something. For every person you're not noticing and everything that you're not noticing that's going on around you, somebody is noticing you. And they're noticing your intentions. They're noticing your heart. They're noticing what it is that you're putting out too. So I think it's important that you really take a moment and say, you know what, God, reveal to me. Is there anybody that I'm not noticing because I'm moving around too much? I got so much going on. I'm on autopilot. Lord, am I noticing you enough? Another good thing too, y'all, I'm telling you, because I did it. I had to ask God. And I'm asking him again right now when I say it again. What haven't I noticed, Lord, that you're doing for me? What am I taking for granted? Who am I taking for granted? Who do I need to give more time to? Who do I need to give less time to? Who am I wasting time noticing when I could be putting that energy on someone else? Y'all, sometimes when we notice something that's been there all along, you might catch it just in the nick of time from walking away from you or the opportunity leaving. Y'all, the enemy wants nothing more than for us to be distracted. He wants nothing more but for things to be hiding in plain sight, and we don't get the prize. We don't get the thing that God has set before us. And y'all, sometimes it's just not about receiving. Sometimes it's about giving. Sometimes it's about being put on notice to know, like, hey, If you don't switch some things up, you can lose some people, some things, some opportunities that you love. You could miss out on what it is that God has because you're too busy noticing what God doesn't have. You're too busy trying to take something superficial and make it real. And that's where your energy is going. That's what you're noticing. When what might be real could be just completely plain and simple, and it doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles. But sometimes the Lord makes things like that because he knows once you go with it and once you get with it, you'll see, hey, this is everything. You know, I know someone that happened to with a job. It didn't look like it was all of that, but once they committed and they got into it, it was all kinds of things they never noticed because God didn't make those things privy. And when they went through the process, he did not allow the people to tell them what was ahead. Only what was necessary. But when they got there and they finally started working in it and doing it, they realized like, oh my God, this is better than what I thought. This is so amazing. This is a huge blessing to me. But guess what? Had they not taken a risk because they were too busy noticing the other job with the bells and whistles, they could have missed out on a job that cared more about them and ended up paying them more too. So I want you to take this time to notice. Pay attention, refocus, see what it is that God is trying to put in your view. Take time to notice. I'm wired to inspire. I hope you are too.
Thanks for listening to I'm Wired to Inspire podcast at I'mWiredToInspire.com. If you enjoyed the show, spread the word and be sure to hit the 5-star rating on iTunes. For more information on this podcast and inspirational products and services, log on to I'mWiredToInspire.com. And remember to live your authentic purpose. Thanks again and see you next time.